rats, why did he need them?
Bloody rodents. Better to have stuffed them with a poison, or crushed them.
Kira?
Geralt. You gave me quite a start.
But now the mage, he says, bring me rats and healthy ones. Not something the cat dragged in.
This the lamp from the elf's hideout? And what's this about rats?
Nothing important. I'll explain later. Now tell me, to what do I owe the pleasure?
Any news of your sisters from the lodge?
None. We can't...
Even tried to contact?
I've wanted to.
So, bet you saw this question coming. What are you doing here?
Let me think. Enjoying the country air? Admiring the unspoilt scenery? Or is it furthering the age-old alliance between the city and its breadbasket? No. I'm in hiding, Geralt. Blind to the state of the world.
Mean the persecution made...
Yes, that's exactly what I mean. Witch hunters.
Picked a strange place to hide.
I didn't pick anything. In the north, Radovid's men hunt sorceresses like fish in a...
Emperor does...
Radovid and Emma differ in every respect except one. They share a deep hatred of the Lodge of Sorceresses.
Changing the subject. Bet the old witch who lived here left you a bunch of interesting sundries.
She did indeed. I gather you'd like a look.
Very much so. Why do you want the lamp?
You just witnessed why. To communicate with lost souls.
Didn't know you were interested in that kind of magic.
There's nothing wrong with it.
Why'd the elf promise you the lamp?
We traded for it. He needed powerful magic and sensed I was no common wart charmer. I brewed him a potion. To delay nervous tissue degeneration, stave off memory loss or some such.
Who'd he wanted?
He didn't say.
Mentioned you wanted something from me.
I did, and still do. The cursed isle on Lake Windammer, you've heard. The local peasants mumble incessantly about it, about the wraiths that haunt it.
How'd it come to be cursed?
That's what I don't know. I must break this spell, yet I've been unable to identify its source.
Gotta know something.
Scraps. The curse is somehow linked to the tower where Serard, the lord of these lands, took refuge when Nilfgaard invaded. Claims in the village are that peasants, desperate of hunger, sailed to Fyke Isle to beg for food. Met their end there. It was a massacre. So, will you please help me lift this curse? You're so good at these things.
So the peasants who went to the island for food, this lord had them murdered?
The villagers say he had them poisoned.
A real gentleman.
Well, I never met him. But he certainly didn't seem such a cruel man.
A mage lived on the island? Did you know him? Where is he now?
We were friends. Sadly, he died that day as well. Yet even those who escaped the Isle soon suffered agonizing deaths.
Why are you so intent on this?
I'm not. The local peasantry is. The Isle, miss. You've got to lift the charm. You're a good wit.
Uh-huh. See, I thought you didn't care for the locals. The great witch you are.
I failed to lift the curse, and they could conclude I'm not so great. Not enough to conceal me from the witch hunters and risk getting sent to the gallows themselves.
What others think, your image, that's all you care about.
The point is, listen, I didn't flee to these wilds just to stupidly get caught because some boar with grit under his fingernails grows annoyed with me.
All right, I'll help.
I knew you'd find it irresistible. Naturally, you'll need to sail to Fyke Isle.
Fine. What then?
Well, the spirits who wander the Isle, you must establish a rapport with them. Don't know how, but...
Think...
Of course. Provided you take my magic... I shall let you keep it afterwards and appreciate...
Can't you just come?
I tried to go to Kyle once. Thought my head would burst, the curse's magic was so strong.
Nice of you to send me there.
I experienced an acute nasal hemorrhage. You stand to endure a wobble of your medallion at most. At Aretusa, they trained me to detect even the subtlest magic pulses. This was like getting smacked across my haunches with a grain flail.
Funny. Thought you'd go in for that sort of thing.
Take my boat. I left it on the lake shore near the village. Should be fit to use. Provided rot.
How's...
You needn't even rub.
Figured as much.
You'll need to do... You will tell me what...
Never heard of his...
It works just like a megascope, but is far more portable. Think of it as a magic box that talks.
They hard to build?
Extremely. That's why they're so rare. I certainly couldn't build...
So no chance these Xenovoxes will catch on?
Not the slightest.
So...
Found it in the mine along with the lamp. Thought it was part of the lamp at first. Didn't...
Think it belonged...
Clearly.
I need to know anything.
No, that... Oh, go already. I can't wait to see what... Thank you.
Almost there.
Splendid. I shall contact you again soon.
Wait, this Xenovox. Can I contact you with it, or is it one way?
One way only, I'm afraid. You'll have to trust my feminine intuition.
Your what?
My feminine intuition.
Wonderful.
What? I can't hear. Great broker. This magic.
Okay. Interference. You must be very careful.
Rich folk. Doubt I'll ever understand them. Keeping rats in cages like rabbits.
Let them out, maybe? Like to die of hunger if we leave them there.
I'd sooner burn the vermin. Releasing them's not like to bring no good. Imagine the harm they'd do if they swam back to the village.
Swam? Rats? How do you figure they'd do that?
You needn't fret for them. Clever little bastards. Clever than you.
They seem sluggish to you. Got the mange, maybe? Oh, and that stench!
The place is full of rats. As many dead as alive. Think they're feeding on...
Just Geralt, stop. You needn't be so detailed.
Where's that noble?
Lying here, quiet as a mouse, head split open like a rotted pumpkin. More like a peasant now, sloshing around in his own blood and shite. Be nothing noble about him.
Too quick a death they gave him. Should have been made to suffer.
He's not the end of it. Sons can suffer for it, and the daughter. To the top!
Peasants didn't come here to ask nicely.
Don't start, Annabelle. Back to your craft. Always bending my ear about fool peasants. I'll not hear of them again. That simpleton turned your head, but one Graham hardly makes the rest courtly, one and all.
My lord, peasants. They're through the door in the tower.
Gold! Piles of it! Oh, won't do the dead any good now, will it? Strange it's still here. The noble died a time ago. Who's that? Show yourself. Anyone there? Who are you?
Have you got to the laboratory at the top of the tower?
Someone dragged something across the floor. Or dragged it from one wall to the other, repeatedly. Looks like a laboratory. Pretty well equipped, too.
Why did you leave? I'm cold. Who are you?
I'm a witcher. I want to lift the curse that grips this island. Your turn to tell me who you are.
I'm special. Always was. The rare beauty. My family and...
Mage who lived here.
Alexander? I hardly knew him. He spent most of his... They're all dead! Mountains of corpses.
If I can lift the curse, tell me what happened here.
No! They... Yet we had little food as well. They slaughtered everyone. He gave me a potion.
What kind of potion was it?
I remember...
Didn't trust the mage.
In the village, they claimed he meddled in disease. Not curing it, but causing it. They only rumors, surely, but I was And then I heard him. My beloved.
Your beloved failed.
There were too many.
Did they hurt you? Poisoned? That how you died? Sleeping potion. Effects hadn't worn off yet. You were
They were everywhere. They tore... Have I not...
You weren't the last to die on this island. Found a fresh...
The islands...
The dead man. Looked like a monster had attacked him. Recent.
How am I to know?
Not talking about ghosts.
I don't know.
Can you?
No. You do not.
No. How can I help? And your beloved? Maybe you could strip the curse of its... Your...
No,
I don't think so. As I... My medal...
You could...
It could be your blood ties to the land.
Take...
Really sad story. You're not telling me everything. You know the island's dangerous. I think you're lying. Questioning. I can't help you. Taking anything off this cursed island, from any cursed place, just too dick.
They said well...
Annabelle, listen. Damn it, gotta catch them.
Like you joined the race yourself?
Had to fight a pester.
A pester? And did you learn how to lift the curse before you lunged at her, sword in hand?
Yeah, we talked a bit. Looks like I need to get her beloved to the island. Fisherman named Graham.
I know the man. He lives in Origin, village on the lakeshore. Find him immediately. We're close to unraveling this. I can feel it.
Where you been?
Just wondering what you...
Me? Then what? Been locked in his hut since he came back from the... Loves misery.
I want to talk.
You're dead. Who are you?
I'm a witch.
What of it?
I've been to the island.
What do you want of me?
Want to talk to you about Annabelle.
Annabelle?
I met her.
Annabelle's dead.
Did you?
Aye. Of course. It was not to her father.
What happened?
To her Millie, Finch and Faulkner. They rallied the men, all roughs, to go to the... They knew I was known at the tower, that the...
They forced you to go with them?
No, I saw my chance. Twas then she drank...
Said you were hollering as you fled the Might have cursed them. There's a powerful magic aura on Fyke Isle. Passions.
She took the poison.
It wasn't poison. Mage wanted to protect her. Spoke to her ghost. By the time she awoke... It's not your fault. No...
Gods, what have I... I didn't notice she was alive!
If you'd stayed on the...
I'd take death over...
Wrong on that count. Annabelle needs you.
She's still dead?
Yeah. One thing you should know, though.
A pester?
More than a restless ghost. A plague maiden. A powerful wraith filled with grief and hatred.
She suffers.
Annabelle think...
Gods!
Yes. Go to the tower. Talk to her.
I thought she'd died.
A curse has imprisoned Annabelle and the others.
Just as in the legend.
If you know the legends, you know one kiss is enough to break an evil spell.
I told you.
It's dangerous.
Of course.
Nothing.
Good.
Let's go to the tower.
Last I came through here, I still hoped Annabelle and me. It weren't impossible. We could have been together, and now... She's dead. And it's my fault. If only I'd been able to protect her.
Can't change the past, but you can still help Annabelle to move on, to rest in peace.
It's terrifying here. It's too quiet.
You have not forgotten. You've returned for me.
Is that?
Don't you recognize me? It's me, Annabelle. The one you abandoned, remember?
Annabelle, I was sure you was dead. If I'd known otherwise, I'd never have left you. I'd do anything for you, I would. You know that well. Believe me, I beg you.
Prove it. Kiss me.
Graham, careful.
At last.
The curse is lifted, and Graham and Annabelle are reunited.
Geralt, just...
Tell me.
Never expected you...
More interested to know if you
Oh, we had little in common in that arena.
Fyke Isles.
Able to persuade Graham to go to the tower with you?
He knew the risks, but he'd also heard lots of stories about
And? It ended well.
Depends how you look at it. Curse is lifted, Annabelle's...
Oh, poor boy.
The lamp.
As I said, you may keep it. I actually regret...
One thing's bothering me.
What?
Annabelle said Alexander was studying diseases. She mentioned Catriona. You knew this?
All the mages knew about. I would have given anything for an opportunity.
All right.
Perhaps...
What is it?
I put in an order for a few... Could you see what...
Why not? I'll check the area.
Thank you.
Wide, heavy wheels. Merchant's wagon.
Come on.
Come on now. Veered off the road at high speed. Doesn't bode well. Yeah, merchant traveling across Velen alone. No way that was gonna end well. Dagger's still intact. Don't sense anything magic, though. Wonder how Kirill'll explain this one. Dry red from Zubran. Southern slope. Notes of leftovers, cuts of meat, currant, and citrus. Wonder what spell requires that. Human. From an artery. Can't be far. Wouldn't have made it. Hid and waited for help. It never came. That's Velen for you.
Geralt, just when I was starting to miss you.
Got those, substances you wanted?
Splendid. I can finally begin my study of double arboreal racination patterns. But first, I'll...
Brew yourself a mug of mulled wine? Saw what the wagon was carrying. Exquisite meats, expensive wines, Zerrikanians. Care to tell me what you're up to?
I would rather show you.
Color me intrigued. Fine.
Then shoo, outside.
Gonna slip into something.
Later. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Well, go on, out. You've been patient, thank you.
Huh? If I wanted to see white mice, I'd just get...
Note that I said almost.
Became Vin Hateful.
Third mouse. What happened to it?
The spell has a 66.67% chance of success. I always use one more than I need, just in case.
So where did... Kira, can I explain what's going on here?
Know the fairy tale about...
Mm-hmm. True story it's based on, too.
I beg you, not another word about Zoogles. Now, to return to the fairy tale. But I could use a Prince Charming. It just so happens...
Sounds tempting.
Before we go...
Gotta transform a pumpkin into a carriage?
No. I shall transform our rancid rags into something more glamorous. Don't wince. It'll only be an illusion, won't hurt a bit. And at dawn, everything will return to normal.
Why not? Might as well go all out.
Then hold on tight.
Gvella Glan.
So, what do you think? Neckline too modest?
It's just right.
Oh, I might also have changed your hair colour while I was at it. I've always fancied dark-haired men. Well, off we go. Last one there does the dishes.
Hey.
Favor.
Congratulations. You'd make an excellent jockey.
If only I were a foot shorter and 5 stone lighter.
Well, yes. But then I'd not have invited you here. Now do you see why I needed those substances?
Beef and cinnamon and cloves, roasted capon with shallots.
Shall I pour the white or the...
Dry red, but let it breathe a little first.
Well, well, never took you for a...
Think witchers suck the marrow out of drowner bones and wash it down with pup...
More or less. Well, we've checked...
Must have cost you a small fortune.
Please, I manage. You know, a dozen eggs here, a cock or gan...
How, if you don't mind my asking? I mean, you'd think the only work to be...
Very true. So, I've 2 options. I can either... But that's not what I wish to discuss.
Not the first curse
But among the most difficult, correct? What happened on that island? And the laboratory? I sincerely...
Didn't destroy that workshop, if that's what you're asking. Didn't...
If Alexander's findings were to fall... Although, Fikyle has a terrible reputation. I'm sorry. Such a
Romantic.
Friends. So...
Your fairy tale, your rules.
Really? Then...
1, 2... All right, that's enough. Kira, wanna play hide and seek? Why not? A skirt? Guess we're playing hunt the hare, not hide and seek. Good. Won't have to fumble with fasteners. Shame. Could have kept her shoes on. Now where's that Cinderella gone to?
Found me. Congratulations.
Do I get a prize?
I've nothing on me, but I'll think of something. Know what they call that constellation in Zerrikania?
Dragon something, I bet.
No. Egfain Nave.
Kira? Where? Put me to sleep with a spell. Means... Fyke Isle. A light. Top floor of the tower. So... what do you want?
Why, I ain't... Alexander was studying the Catriona... No, strictly selfish. The mighty would pay willingly for such a remedy. Can you imagine how much?
Radovid doesn't forget, and...
He'll make an exception for...
Please, you don't
Well, you believe Yennefer will stop treating... I'm going to see Radovid, tell him of this reason.
This is suicide, Kira. You'll wind up tied to a stake, burned to bolster the morals of the masses while entertaining them.
Shut up for a moment and look at me. See this? Bed... Think what you will, but I'll not... I shall cross the Pontar.
Got another option.
You believe I'd be...
Long as you don't piss Lambert off.
It's a long way. Well, so be it. Seems I find it hard to refuse you, handsome.
Yeah, kinda.
All right, take them already. Farewell, Geralt. Or rather...
A light. Top floor of the tower. So, found what...
Yes, thanks for asking.
What do you want with those...
Why, I aim to use them to... Alexander was studying the Catriona play.
Strict...
No, strictly selfish. The mighty would pay willingly for such...
Radovid doesn't forget, and Radovid doesn't forgive, especially when it comes to sorceresses.
He'll make an exception for me.
Please, you don't believe...
Well, I'm going to see Radovid. Tell...
This is suicide, Kira. You'll wind up tied to...
Shut up for a moment. See this? Bedbugs, Geralt. Bloody... Think what you will, but... I shall cross the Pontar and...
Got another option.
You believe I'd be...
Long as you don't piss Lambert off, yes. Emir, Radovid, neither.
It's a long way. Well beyond the dividing line. But if I keep to the... So be it. Seems I find...
So, see you...
I long to be there already. See you, Geralt.
A light. Top floor of the tower. So... What do you want with those papers?
Why, I aim to... Alexander was studying the Catriona plague. I'll use his...
Strictly...
No, strictly selfish. The mighty would pay willingly for such a remedy. Can you imagine how much? Take Radovid.
You're either incredibly gullible, or you're trying to play me again.
Whatever do you mean?
Radovid has one objective. To defeat Emir. Curing Catriona, stopping the plague won't...
Don't be
Not yet.
In theory, it's just... I don't have time to debate this.
Kira, I can't... I won't let you do... Thousands of lives in exchange for your amnesty.
I'll not give you these notes.
Please.
Shut up and
Didn't have to end this way.